Hi, I'm Tom Chick. It is a dark time of chaos and confusion because you can't pick up a Warhammer game without it being terrible. This is a Warhammer game. I don't know how you would know that. It doesn't say Warhammer anywhere. Maybe they're ashamed of it. Uh, is this font? Is this a Warhammer font? Is that how you would know? I don't know. This is a Warhammer. Oh, let's look down here. Battlefleet Gothic Armada, Games Workshop, blah, 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 blah. Warhammer. There we go. It says Warhammer. It says it a couple of times. All right, verified. This is a Warhammer game, and they're admitting it. And as I said, these days, it's a safe assumption that if a game has the name Warhammer on it, the odds are it's terrible. Let's take a look at this and see whether or not it's terrible. I could go into this campaign here. In this build, it is a work in progress, in case you couldn't tell. 0.6, not even a 1.0 yet. In this build, there's the prologue of the campaign, which just has a couple of missions. But what looks promising, based on those couple of missions that I played, there's a map between the missions, and you can maybe choose where you go. I'm assuming you send spaceships around. It looks like it might be a little bit more than the average. Hey, click on this planet to do this mission next, and then this one. I'm looking at you, StarCraft 2. So that'll be the campaign. We'll see. But you know what? Even without that campaign, here's what I'm digging. Solo skirmish. Multiplayer, of course, you can do that. But let's look at this. This solo skirmish thing. Solo skirmish, normally you boot that up in an RTS. And this, by the way, very much an RTS. You boot it up in an RTS and you pick a map and you pick your faction and you pick how many of the AIs you want to play against. And then you play and you're done with your mission. And you can do it again if you want. That's not what's going on here. I'll just show you. These two factions, which are the orcs and the elves, in case you don't know, these are space elves. I don't know who they think they're fooling. Space elf, space orc, space human, evil space human. That's the races for laymen. If you're not into Warhammer, I just broke it down for you. So in this game, you start in the skirmish mission. You give yourself, your dude or your chick, a name. This will be called Admiral, oh Lord, Chickley. That seems like someone who would serve the Space Emperor of Warhammer. Alright, oh, I had a dude. You know what, let's just start this new one. Okay. So you load up your admiral, and the reason you might have multiple admirals, I don't know why you'd have multiples, but the reason that I'm loading up an admiral is because he's a persistent character. So, right off the bat, skirmishes in this game, it's not just me playing a mission and then playing another one and playing another one, and they're unrelated. It's me, here's my captain, leveling him up. This one, sure enough, guess what that's going to turn into when this bar fills. I think this bar fills, maybe this bar. At any rate, a bar fills, and you can imagine, this becomes a 2. Your dude levels up, and as he levels up, well, I'm not entirely sure what happens, but he levels up, and there's stuff he can spend his points on. So let's briefly get into the structure of the game. I have 100 space bucks to use to buy ships. Is that correct? And you know what? As you can see, I'm a little bit unclear on this. Let me just add some. I've got 3 slots for ships. No, I'm sorry. I'm not using these space bucks for ships. I'm not even using these space bucks. I'm using slots. These are always going to be the same escort ships for any given race. So when I play the humans, I'm going to have a Cobra Destroyer, a Firestorm frigate, and a Sword frigate. If I were playing the Space Elves, I would have a Fairy Ring Destroyer, and a Flower frigate, and a Leaf frigate. I don't know what they're called, but they would have Space Elf names. These right here are not persistent. When they come on a mission with you, if they blow up, that's fine, you'll get it replaced. They're not going to level up or anything. They are what they are. They're basically red shirts, you might say. These slots, however, this stuff levels up. So I'm just going to put a ship in each one. And it's not costing me anything. What it's going to cost me is if I didn't bring them into a mission. I'll have a Mark II. Here's another thing I'm not clear on. There are going to be ships other than these two, I think, right? Surely they're not giving me slots. Or maybe the idea is I take the basic ship, and as it levels up, it acquires unique personality. I don't know. I don't really understand. I can't speak too much to the difference between this build and the full build. What I can do is show you this build. So, I now have my captain, here we go, Lord Chickley, has these 2 Dauntless cruisers, light cruisers, and this Dauntless Mark II light cruiser. He has all of these at his disposal. Let's look now at some of the individual things before we get to the gameplay that I can do with these ships. First of all, stats are pretty straightforward. Here are the stats about your ships. Here are the weapons. Each of them has a tooltip that tells you what the weapon does, its cone of fire, how far it fires. Traits are things innate to my race, I believe. If I were space elves, this would have something different in it. If I were space orcs, it would have something different. Tags, don't know. I don't think it's in this build. If it is, as you can tell by this padlock, I haven't unlocked it yet. Don't know what these buttons are. It's intriguing. Who knows what's going to be in there. I can rename my ship, but oh, look at that. The Triumph of Moab. Why would I want to change that name? That's pretty cool. What are these other ones called? The Triumph of Killaman 4, as opposed to Triumph of Killaman 3 or 5. Oh, here's the name. And Son of Savivin. Anyway, someone's son. These seem suitably imperial. I'm not going to change those. Alright, so here are my ships. I love the look of this because this right here, do you know what a cow catcher is? In front of a locomotive, like if there's a cow on the track, presumably it just gently scooches the cow aside. This looks like one of those. So if there are space cows, they'll get scooched aside with the front of this thing on the ship. Alright, so these are the basic stats for the ships. I bet I could even look at these. Yeah, here we go. And their basic stats. Oh, look how quaint that is. Let's look at our little hell. I'm sensing a theme, a pattern with these ships here. Alright, cow scoops for everyone. Upgrades. Oh, so maybe I can upgrade these ships. Ah, here we go. Alright, so all the ships have these little upgrade options. There are more of them available, as you can see for the cruisers. There seem to be fewer of them available for these escort ships. Let's take a look quickly at a cruiser. These upgrades here are going to cost me renown. That's these space bucks. I right now have 100 renown, so I could buy this upgrade and have 50 left over. The reason I actually can't buy these upgrades, this right here, this row right here will be the doodads I've accumulated for my ship. And that includes upgrades as well as skills. Can't get any upgrades because I haven't unlocked slots for them. Is this an upgrade, these torpedoes? I can't really tell. No, I don't think it is. It's its own thing, I believe. So, skills, however, I do have each ship in its various commands when you're playing. You know, I'm sorry. This is something I should have done earlier. I don't know about you guys, but one of the first things I tend to do is... There you go. You won't have to listen to that while I talk to you. So, each ship will have a grid of commands you can give it. And you'll find out in a minute, these commands aren't just the usual stop, go, hold position, attack move. They are unique abilities for the ships, and always included for each ship is one of these skills from the get-go. And that's what this is telling you here, is, hey, alert, you have not picked your skill slot. Oh, even the tooltip tells you. Skills are grouped in categories. These look pretty cool. Here's one of my initial misgivings about the game. If I've got one skill slot, why would I ever take something like, what is this? Allows your ship. Okay, one of the things you can do in this ship is dramatically maneuver. Like turn really sharply or go really fast. And when you do that, it uses your, maneuver gauge, as you can see on that tooltip. I was just thinking of it as go juice or ship fuel or something like that. So when you do dramatic maneuvers, that gets used up. It takes a while to replenish. These enhanced induction cells will replenish it more quickly. Why would I ever take this instead of, say, a bomb that blows things up? And I don't know that this game has an answer for it, other than, hey, this you could take, or this, or this. I get the sense, and I don't know for sure, that there's not a lot of... that a lot of this stuff is just thrown in for the sake of having stuff. Again, I can't say for sure. But in a tabletop game, where positioning is hugely important, where it's basically, not basically, where it is turn-based, I could see a special skill to get your go juice back faster being very useful in a tabletop game, or a skill that lets you, by the way, there's a crew member, I'll show you in a minute, he lets you turn more quickly. In a tabletop game where it matters deeply where on the tabletop you are compared to the other ships, those things might be useful. Here, in this relatively fast RTS, I'm not convinced this is useful. Let's, by the way, and of course I will take a bomb. Why would I not take a bomb that lets my ship do a special attack? You will notice this used some of my renown. I will earn renown by doing missions. And one of the cool things in the skirmish mode is that if I lose a mission, I'm still going to get some renown. Let's give him a bomb. And this guy I don't think is going to be able to go on a mission for a while because we can't take that many ships into missions, but we'll give him a bomb anyway. Favors, I don't know how to turn these on, but, oh, interesting. When I was playing the Chaos, that's the evil humans, each of these was one of the evil gods, and I don't remember if they're asymmetric, what they give you or not. But at any rate, I'm assuming at some point I earn favors from these different factions, and I can slot them, or it looks like I can activate them. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's just renown. Very straightforward. If I had enough renown, I could pay 200 space renown bucks for it and choose a favor. If I were to choose, I can't even say that word. I'm going to choose Imperial Navy. That seems like a nice basic favor. If I were to choose the Imperial Navy, I would earn reinforcements, so a Cobra class would enter the battlefield. So I get a free ship in a battle. That's awesome. And I would also get... Okay, so one of the things that can happen in this game, I presume I think it's like a type of damage you take, is your guys can get demoralized and they can decide, screw this, I'm out of here, I'm not working for you anymore, I'm going to quit the field. That's insubordination. So if you worship the Imperial Navy, if you pay your 200 renown to slot them as your favor, that particular ship, is it a per ship thing? I imagine it is. That particular ship, if he works for the Navy, will not become insubordinate. So that could be handy. Again, I'm not sure that paying... I trust actually that Tendalos, that's the developer's name, Tendalos has tuned this enough where they want to make it worth the 200 renown. At any rate, and finally, let's look at this, which was pretty intriguing when I first saw it. I'm not sure how you earn crew points. I presume I didn't really see in a mission briefing where it made explicit how many crew points my ship got. But when I earn, and it is per ship, by the way, when I earn crew points, I can spend them on each of these crew members, and I can click this little plus, and each crew member can get 4 upgrades. And the tooltip will tell me what the upgrades do. So the Commissar, and by the way, so far, I didn't check... Oh, well, I didn't check the orcs as the space elves because they're not in this build. But the good humans, these guys, and the evil humans, all of this was asymmetrical. They just gave them different names. For instance, the servitors, which reduce the cooldown of your skill, they're called, I think, slavers or slaves in the chaos humans. All the other things, one for just different names. The ability you get from them is the same in both of those races. But maybe that's because they're both humans. Maybe, who knows, fingers crossed, maybe these space orcs and space elves will have unique crews. Oh, okay, so I like this, and I'll just tell you real quick. When you fight a battle, if your ship blows up, I believe, it can't fight for the next few battles while it is being unblown up or recovered or repaired or what. I think in this case, rescued from the warp is the internal fiction. So if I have a skilled navigator, when he blows up and dies or gets lost in the warp, he can join me more quickly in battles. So let's look again at these. The Commissar just gives you general, tiny incremental bonuses. It would stack up, and they're bonuses to important things, like insubordination chances. It's pretty much all that. This all reduces insubordination. The Tech Priest, very minor, but emergency repairs, all ships can do them. It seems hugely important. The Tech Priest improves the speed of that. Master Gunner gives you a better chance at a critical hit. Lances and macro cannons are the basic, I think, default weapons on all of these Imperial Navy ships. And ratings, that's odd, improves. Yeah, okay, so you also can shoot boarding parties at the other ships, and this will improve the level of your boarding parties. I don't know if this is the case, but if I was a game designer, I would also make it improve your resistance to boarding from enemy parties. Alright, so enough of that. We've got our 3 ships. They've got their cool names. We can change if we want. We can buy these later. Let's go to battle. And when we do that, we're going to have 104 of these kind of space bucks to spend. I don't know what they're called, but they're not called renown. Alright, so we go to a battle. We're not actually going into the battle yet. Don't worry. It's going to give us a little interface here. With my... What happened to those 104 space bucks? Those look like fleet points, but now I have 250 of them, whatever they are. Don't know when do I get to spend these? Now? For well, whatever, I get 250 bonus renown points. Maybe that's for the mission? Who knows? Alright, with these fleet points, I'm basically going to be able to take in 2 of these ships. There we go. I've got 41 left. I could take the rest on a gift certificate, or I could bring one of these frigates. Let's bring in... I don't know. Let's go with a sword frigate because it has a cooler name. Alright, we have spent every last one of our fleet points. Oh, bonus renown. Why did that go away? So it's costing me both renown and... I'm a little confused there. It looks like there's a 1-to-1 correlation between fleet points and renown points. Oh, and by the way, we do see there will be things other than light cruisers. Look, cruisers, battleships. Alright, good to know. But I'm a little disappointed now to see how limited this build is. I'm glad I didn't make too many assumptions about it based on that. So I can afford these 2 ships. Oops, not Firestorm. I want the sword one. Let's go to battle. Oh, I should have showed you. The battle, and again, I assume this is always the case with this demo, it's a 1v1. It's a... basically, I think it was like a meeting engagement, the equivalent of that. I'm assuming there are different mission types. Here's our minimap. Here's a countdown. Oh, and I think that's also in the basic information about the skirmish. It lists what happens if time runs out. One of us is the attacker and one is the defender. This probably isn't going to run out, though. Alright, so let's deploy our ships. I don't really know how much formations matter. We'll put this little guy right in there to sort of hide. He can be protected by these 2 fellas. Okay, so I'm just going to start the game because we're going to have to float around a little bit before we find any bad guys. Here are my ships. Their hit points underneath their shield bars. You can also see that here. Here's the go juice I was talking about. If I use this to go full ahead, this just stops me. I don't think it takes any go juice. I can turn super hard using these buttons, and that'll drain this go juice, which slowly replenishes. Here are the usual stats, things like hull integrity. This is an important one here. Detection. This is how far out I can see something. And I presume that's what that green line is. If I hold down the Alt, I don't even have to hold it. If I mouse over these weapons, it shows you the firing radius, or, the firing radii for that. For instance, this little torpedo, look at that. It just goes straight off the bow. Those red lines in front of it, the torpedo doesn't arm until it gets a certain distance away. So anyway, at any rate, detection, I was playing before and shots were just coming in at me randomly. It seemed like they were spawning in midair. My first thought was, oh, that's really cute. That's some sort of bug in the beta. But nope, I was being attacked by things outside my detection radius. That kind of sucked. Alright, so let's drag select these. We do have some sort of a contact up here on our minimap. Let's turn the view. So let's get me. Alright, so right up ahead, there is this contact. We don't know what it is. You can set AI parameters, and this is actually important. Even if you want to control your ship, these things here matter. For instance, this light cruiser has double macro turrets that work at a range of 6,000 clicks, whatever those are. Let's remember that and set this ship's behavior. So with a range of 6,000 clicks, ships that guns that fire to the broadsides. Oh, AI stuff! Don't attack me yet. We're then going to tell it these 2 settings say, hey, fight with your broadsides or fight head on. We of course want broadsides because that's where those guns are located. And 6,000 clicks, kilometers. There we go. Okay, that's the distance we want it to engage at. We could tell it to stay far away or getting closer. Now, something I actually know. These macro turrets have a better chance to hit in close. So I'm actually going to tell them to get in close. And I'm going to do that for this guy too. Alright, and what does this guy have? Also macro turrets, so we'll tell him, you know what, he's going to stay out far, because we don't want him to get hurt. Alright, so I've picked these guys. Over here are some of the different orders. Some of these are pretty straightforward. Actually, none of these are basic. These are all toggles that will give me a bonus. So for instance, if I set this, it lasts for 45 seconds and then takes another 2 minutes to cool down. When I do this, combustion gauge, that's this go juice, that fills even faster. And it looks like ordnance refills. I wasn't aware that ordnance was a limitation. Is that spelled right? Ordnance? Isn't that like a rule? Or is ordnance is weaponry? I'm going to feel silly if I called them out for a misspelling and I'm the one that got it wrong. Lock-on gives you a 20% additional accuracy for your weapons. This one right here improves your armor. Again, these are temporary buffs, but you can toggle them. There's no reason not to. So here we go. Tell all these guys. And I'm just going to right-click. This is a chaos ship, I believe. This is the Chosen of the Illumination. Alright, so the shields are gone. So Lightning Strike is a way to do, and I can do it here, a special boarding party ability. Let me see if I can get him with it. Oh, it failed. Now, you will note I haven't really given anybody movement orders except right-clicking here. They're now going to do their thing, trying to, as in this case, maintain broadsides at a range of 3,000. Now, this guy should be beating feet to get farther out. He might be taking his time with it. Let's try a lightning strike here. Actually, better that. Okay, so here's my bomb. Let's place this. I think it takes like 10 seconds to go off. This is how long before it goes off. And let me show you something else. If I tap the space bar, it doesn't pause, but boy, it sure does slow things down and gives me all kinds of options, not only to give orders, but to really enjoy some of this space porn. By the way, I hope you're not watching this at work. See, that's very, very nice. This is some of the best space porn I've seen since Sins of a Solar Empire. So he's lost his shields, big whoop. Maybe we'll put him on... Oh, I somehow just managed to camera way over here. It is on a 2D plane. If that sort of thing bothers you, well, aren't you precious? Because I don't feel that 3D adds anything meaningful to an RTS. Sorry, Homeworld. Now again, I haven't done anything, really. I've toggled a few abilities. They're still just right-clicked on this guy. This guy is hopelessly outclassed because he's the equivalent of one of these light cruisers. He's basically outnumbered 2.5 to 1. These icons here mean this ability is damaged and can't be used because of damage he's taken. Oh, because I've destroyed its generators. Without generators, how can you do a lightning strike? Please. None of my ships have taken damage. This guy's shields, I think the purple means it's recharging, whereas blue means they're still holding. You can also just look at these stats down here. There's his speed. Here is his rotation. So here's his turning rate. You can see it's maximum. I'm guessing this guy's going to be way more nimble. It's a little more nimble. So one of the things I can do is click on this, and let's go ahead and spend some go juice. Let's say I really want to turn this guy inside his turning radius and bring this other broadside to bear. I click this, and I give him a new command, and watch this go juice drain while he dramatically turns. And I've still got plenty of go juice, by the way. The same thing can be done with go juice to move forward fast. If I were to press this, he's going to go faster. And actually, I don't want that because he's going to... Apparently, there... You know what? Actually, let's stop. I believe ships can collide. There is they're physical objects. They don't just move through each other. So I didn't want to go in front of him. Is this guy really staying? Yeah, okay, he's staying away. He's a frail little fellow. We don't want him to get hit. Alright, so anyway, I will unpause it. So I like that. I just like... It's called the Tactical Cogitator. I'm guessing that might be a real thing with miniatures. I like the laid-back speed of this. Not quite turn-based, but I'm okay with that. I don't need it to be. And I believe this guy is not long for this Earth. Okay, I will undo this base. I do like this individual damage. Like it's showing what things he cannot do. It's showing that he has no generators. I can look at these stats down here. I like being able to know that in an RTS. Ooh, what are these? Oh, right. So I can target particular systems. I can't target his generators here. Why not? Oh, because they're broken. And I can give a ship priority. And again, all of that is so I can kind of automate everything, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. On one hand, oh, he's got one of these tag things that I couldn't afford. Well, isn't he special? Oh, and there are the bonuses. Oh, so wow, okay, so he was really outclassed there. I thought that was going to be more difficult. So, here we go. I just won a skirmish. Here's the renown I earned. And this, by the way, this is the kind of thing that's going to totally keep me playing this game. Here's the renown I earned. And this bonus for killing a ship. Let's see, I would get bonuses for crippled ships. Seriously, I'm going to be docked 2 points of renown for fleet upkeep. Whatever, guys. I am about halfway to level 2, whatever that is. And look at this. My ship's leveled up. So guess what I'll get from that? We're going back to the shipyard. Oh my, what are these little boxes? Whatever could that be? Well, I leveled up. Excuse me. So here's where this is going to be way more than the average skirmish in an RTS. I click this, go to upgrades, and now I can pick one of these. Look at all this stuff. So, I don't know if you're like me. If you're like me, if I was watching a video like this, I would be like, Tom, show me every single one of those. I want to know what they do. Let's just go over a few of them. So obviously things to, for example, what I was talking about before. Why am I going to waste an upgrade slot on improving the rotation speed by 5% per second? 5 degrees per second. I do not know. Maybe someone will do that. Why would I do that when I could instead, look at that, increase the range. The range right now is 6,000. Increase it by 50%. What, turn faster or shoot farther, please. Additional lightning strike assaults. I'm looking at the sexy ones here. Ignore enemy armor. No, I don't want that. I want to turn faster. Lances. Oh, lances are kind of weapon that I think never miss. Probably like a slower attack speed. Can I look at? Well, at any rate. Overload generator. So that's one of the toggle abilities that I get. Refined lenses. Oh, so these are the lance improvements. No, there's a macro cannon improvement on the bottom row. Oh, again, yeah, I want these things. So deck is like the idea for the command structure of your ship. Okay, good. So these are those little toggleable abilities I was showing you. If I got advanced cogitator linkages, they would last longer. What else can we do on our command ship? Save your pods. Okay, now here's this lets you, of course, if your ship blows up, your crew can maintain their experience, basically. Here are two options. You can either take this ability, or you can plan to not have your ship blow up. I'm going to opt for the second one. What else can you do on your deck? Enhanced battle bridge. Okay, so you destroyed my deck, which I imagine shuts down your abilities. Big deal, I can still do stuff because my battle bridge was enhanced. So at any rate, here are things that as you level up, you get more slots, you can get more upgrades. This is the one you're going for, right? You want to turn faster. You know, okay, I'm actually making fun of this, but I showed you before, the torpedoes, which fire off of the nose of this ship, they have no guidance. They just go straight from where you're pointed. So I imagine if you had a ship that the rotation, that it turns more quickly, that's basically the equivalent of a turret that can turn more quickly, and you can more easily aim your torpedoes, right? So maybe the joke's on me. Maybe that is hugely useful. But forget that. I'm going to improve my macro cannon range. Oh, look, I'm having to spend renown. All right, so yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm going to spend 50. Does the renown, is it cheaper here? No, 50 renown for whatever upgrade you get. I'm going to improve the range of my macro cannons on this ship. And of course, it's a per ship thing. What is this? Oh yeah, it's telling me I can upgrade my crew. On this guy, because he doesn't have lancers, because instead he has this torpedo. Very helpful. Let's improve the macro cannon range. Sorry, I feel like that's cheesing it, but until you demonstrate that... Oh, this is the level of the captain. That's why I was confused before, for each given ship. This up here is the level of me, Lord Chickley, the overall commander. Alright, there goes my renown. It is now... I'm not very renowned. Once you do things like buy for your ships turbo weaponry, fewer people have heard of you. You become less famous. That's just how that works. Now, I'm being facetious. The idea is I've cashed in my renown, my political capital, to have the Emperor fit out my ship with turbo weaponry. I'm on board for that. Okay, now finally, here we go. You saw these before. I have one crew point. I can bump up one of these fellows. What was the one that, maybe the emergency repair? Yeah, so, again, why am I going to reduce the cool time of a skill by 4%? Now, if you recall, the cooldown time for at least one or two of the things was like 2 minutes. So 4% of 2 minutes. Why am I going to pay a point to make something 12 seconds faster when instead I can improve by 25% the chance that my weapons will cause a critical hit? It just seems like there's some basic tuning that's not going on there. Again, I could be wrong. I haven't played this. That's just something I'm skeptical of as I'm looking over these things. A good game, XCOM for instance, would encourage, as Sid Meier has famously said, difficult choices. No, I think his quote is about interesting choices. I feel more important than interesting choices. Interesting is kind of a non-word. Difficult choices. Those are the ones I like. If I'm having to choose to spend a skill point between 12 more seconds before I can use my lock-on ability, which, by the way, gives me an added chance for a critical hit, or I could just do this and get a permanent 25% additional chance of a critical hit. I don't think that's a difficult choice at all. But, again, take that with a grain of salt. Alright, so I've spent my upgrade things. Now we go to a battle, and this is the cycle. I get my renown, my ships go up levels, I spend that stuff, and then I fight a battle. Now, what we're not seeing here, again, because this is an early build, none of these, I bet these are badass. These, I imagine, change. Right now, in this build, I think they're consistent. So in this mission, Cruiser Clash, I think this is a meeting engagement, basically. Yeah. I presume there will be other missions that can come up. Actually, am I supposed to be able to change these? If I was a game designer and I was doing a skirmish mission with a campaign mode like this, I would make this random. I'm the defender, it's a 1v1, and here's the map we're loading. Alright, so let's just go back in. I've still got the same amount of points. I don't know what's going on here. Alright. And let's just see what we get. Very nice space porn. I don't know if you guys can see that on this video, but I would kill my kingdom for a V-Sync setting, which currently is not in this game. That stuff doesn't bother some people, but tearing drives me absolutely batty. Alright, here we go. We're deploying. Now we have 2 red dots to fight. So here's another thing. There was no incentive. I'm the defender, as you saw on that screen before. There's no incentive for me to rush out there. Let them come to me. I believe, I don't know where I got this, but I believe that as you move, your signature, you're more readily visible. Like, where's the option to run silent? Running silent gives you stealth. It doesn't appear on the enemy screen and can't be targeted. Alright, so let's just say, what if I were to do this? Did I stealth? Oh, they didn't all stealth. Do I have to? Oh, yeah, so here, yeah, I tab to move through all my selected ships. Alright, so is the AI, does he still know I'm here? And I think I can still move while I've got this stuff going. Oh, here's something else I like. If I hold down the Alt key, and I can toggle this somewhere, this toggles it. These little icons up here, what is that? And these circles, they show you the specific radius for the space terrain effects. Why is there no radius for that? Well, because the title Camarche, no, sorry, beta build. Sorry, I shouldn't be bringing attention to that. That's probably space debris. They'll fix that. It'll have an area of effect. Let's look at this. Asteroids here. When you go into an asteroid field, you slowly take damage. What's the bonus of going in there? Asteroid fields reduce precision of ships inside them. Stationary ships don't take damage. Oh, so you go in there, you stand still. Are you hidden? Damage is mitigated by front of the armor. No, I don't know why you would go in there. I guess that's the idea. Don't go in the asteroid field. You're just going to bang into asteroids. But this, a gas cloud, there you can hide. So this is the equivalent of space bushes. Oh, I've got 3 dots. How is that fair? By the way, I'd like to be able to turn my formation. I'm a little... Oh, see, now he's going to have to turn. I've just... Any sort of semblance. Are these formation things? What are these? I have not seen these before, but that's pretty straightforward stuff. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to set the... Oh, you know what? Let's just hit spacebar. We'll set him at 6K. We want broadsides, of course. Tell him to hang back because he's a little weakling fellow. Does he have nose guns? No, broadsides. What do these guys have on the nose? Oh, the torpedo launchers. Oh, yeah, so I should turn and fire. Well, here's me wishing I turned faster, but no, I still can. Watch this. Let's do that. And then we're going to launch a torpedo when he turns. He's also got the macro turrets and a light macro battery. We will have this guy just move towards that contact. Move towards that contact. All right, let's pop off torpedoes. Wait, did I do it? No, how do I... Okay, wait. Okay, there. Okay, here's the torpedo button. There? No. Oh, shoot. It takes some... No? Where's my torpedoes? I won't do this bomb while I'm looking for my torpedoes. Is he going to fire these automatically? No, that's a... Oh, shoot. Where did I get the idea I had torpedoes? Well, at any rate, I want to... No, torpedo launcher. Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. This button. Watch this. I think torpedoes do friendly fire. Let me stop this guy so he doesn't march in front of the torpedoes. I got a good feeling about this. I think I might actually get a hit. Before, when I was playing the torpedoes, I was like, oh, wait, you have to aim those? They're not guided? I couldn't hit anything to save my life. These might connect. I am liking... and I'm kind of wasting them on just this poor little guy who's basically dead anyway. Oh, did I miss? I think so. Well, that's the Cobra Destroyer. Doesn't have a name. Alright, you got away easy this time, buddy. Can we ram him?
Yes, Admiral.
Let's turn and... Punch it, Chewie. Oh, God, sorry, a Star Wars reference. That's what those cow catchers are for, right? See, that was gratifying right there. I mean, granted, it was just that pilly little show. Oh, don't go into the stupid asteroid cloud. That's not... Alright, so we've got a ship over here. We've got what looks like a light cruiser here. Let's just focus on this. Fire off everybody's lock-on so that they have a more likely chance of getting a critical hit. Let's see, make sure that they're told to go to broadsides. What is this and why am I not getting a sword frigate? Is this little jerk insubordinate or something? You'll notice all of these are grayed out. How would I know if he was insubordinate? Oh, there, it's back. I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was insubordination or a facet of the beta. Alright, so his shields are down. So are his, though. Oh, so we have 2 light cruisers. Dude, don't go in the asteroid field. Let's give him a heart. Oh, don't also hit your buddy. No, don't hit your buddy. Alright, this is not good maneuvering, guys. Ah. Alright, let's not... Well, I made them clump up like that. I take full responsibility as their commander. That's on me. tight turn. Let's do a lightning strike. I don't know what the rules are of that. A success! He lightning struck me. Now, let's see. Can I see what the lightning strike is doing? Deck destroyed. I bet he wishes he has that enhanced bridge. So deck destroyed. Look, this means he can't use these. Oh, and he was a tank. He could taunt. Again, I really like seeing that information. All right, you get out of there. We don't want you to. Oh, you know, I say get out of there for this little guy. I don't care if he dies because they're replaced for free. Now, I'd probably get a renown penalty. This little wavy bit right here, that's some kind of sensor thing. Is he doing it? Oh, no. Is this a pro? What is... Well, that's the effect. This wavy space effect is the effect I saw previously when I had to send out, when I was sending out probes. Okay, let's focus on this, guys. Okay, you go ahead. Get out of there. Get some shields regenerated. This guy's looking really good. Oh, she fired his torpedo. There. Did I do it? Oh, look. This is worth slowing down. Hey. Oh, there we go. I enjoyed that. I like these damage effects. Although, is it just spitting out a debris graphic? Oh, it is. We don't actually see damage on the ship. That's okay. I don't need that. Oh, guys, careful. Oh, no, I'm okay with this. It's my ship. Look at that. That's quite lovely. Oh, the poor keeper of the faith. I did put this on normal, right? You guys saw. Was this on easy? No, I think I started up on normal. Also helpful, up here in the right-hand corner, shows all the ships I can see. If I couldn't see them, this would not be here. Here are my ships. Can I actually select from up here? Oh, you know what? Thanks, Dallas. I like being able to do that. All right, let's undo this. So everybody's going to still gang up on this guy until he's down. Shield's good. Shield's good. What is that? Oh, that's a bad guy ship. Okay. I thought I was shooting my own torpedo. That's why I'd rather be fighting space orcs or space elves at this point. That sort of confusion about who's doing what to which ship isn't there. So I guess this little effect, he's probably got some ability to do some special sensor thing. How would I be able to see that? Well, I wish I knew what this little rippling was around him. I imagine on the main screen there's probably some way to look that up. Alright. I think I missed the other ship blowing up, right? Okay, I wasn't looking. You can close that. So here's another thing about this game, and I feel this is a problem with games about big ships fighting each other. I just kind of drag select, click on this guy. There are these skills to toggle. There, they all have lock on. You can see that's up there. This is how long it's in effect. Oh, that icon. That probably is explaining somehow what this little Ripley stuff is. But I'm afraid I don't know what it is. Is he actually... He got me with one of those torpedoes, I think. Stupid AI being able to target torpedoes. This is a light cruiser, right? Yeah. Yes, Admiral. So the torpedoes I fired, by the way, you'll notice they do respawn. Alright, let's do another torpedo shot. Here's me poo-pooing the ability to turn quickly. Oh, and I'm firing torpedoes, man. Yeah, look at that. Alright, maybe I do want to be able to turn quickly. That was... If I was a game designer, I would have made that do more damage. I just hit him dead on with 4 space torpedoes. Alright, I feel this is a little unrealistic. I feel like space torpedoes would have... Look out for the La Marche, or Camarche. He's going to fly right through it, whatever it does. Yeah, I was saying I feel space torpedoes should hurt more than that. Shields regenerating, that's good. They're full. His are regenerating. That's not good. Oh, let's do one of those lightning strike things. Have that. It failed. I believe, I didn't show you this, but I believe there are skills in the upgrades where I can make the lightning strike more likely to succeed. Got plenty of go juice, so let's do a sharp turn. There. Second hit. Oh, he's flying into gas cloud. Yeah, that's going to hit. And yeah, seems like a fairly weak torpedo. Maybe they were duds. Oh, now he's got this. Okay, here's my theory. I think he is shooting beacons. Yes. So he's got a recon beacon. He's sticking it onto my ships so that my ships can't basically hide, so that he can see them even if they're out of detection range. So that's what this icon is showing me, that I've been hit with a beacon. All right, so that's good. I feel like that's great upfront information. Let's see, we can look at his ship. Turret destroyed. How would I have known that? So it looks to me like his guns both look intact according to this. We can see how much hull damage he's taken. His shield's recharging again. I can focus fire at different things. I just, for the heck of it, will focus on his generators. Oh. I don't know what I'm seeing. That looks like someone going into the warp. Which might be which I guess is a euphemism for dying. Alright, so there I won my second mission. Now I would go, let's actually see if my Lord Chickley character leveled up and see if we can figure out what you earn from that. Here we go. Yeah, keep going. There we go. I'm level 2. Nice bit of renown. Let's go check out what I got. None of these guys leveled up. Alright, fair enough. So, as a level 2 commander dude, here we go. A new cruiser slot. Cruiser class. Alright, that's nice. So some of those other missions I couldn't do until I was high enough level? Let's go have a look at that. Okay, so that's why I could only get light cruisers, is because I couldn't afford bona fide cruisers. That's why it said new cruiser slot, not new light cruiser slot, cruiser slot. So, what should I get with my 277 renown? Should I get a cruiser? Of course. Why would I get anything else? Let's look at the... Oh, here we are. These designs are looking suspiciously familiar. A Nova cannon? Wait a minute. That's from StarCraft. Maybe the other one wasn't a heavy torpedo, and that's why it didn't do very much. Dictator, I like the sound of that. Ordnance Launch Bay. Fighter squadrons? Oh, this is like a carrier. Let's see, the Dominator. Yeah, we looked at that. The Tyrant. Plasma macro battery. And the Lunar Lance battery, micro battery. Let's take a look real quickly at the guy with the launch bays. Oops. It looks pretty much like the other ships. What gives? Alright, oh, looky here. 2 skill slots. Maybe I will take the ability to turn faster, which is not available for him. Oh no, those are skills. I'm sorry, not upgrades. The upgrades are the things that let you turn faster. So skills, I wonder if these... Let's check. So are skills distinct for different ships? So in this cruiser, for defense, I can take supercharged void shield. It's basically I'm impervious for 10 seconds. Or an emergency capacitor, which increases the shield regeneration rate. In a light cruiser, yeah, same two things. So upgrades and skills. I can tell that's gonna be a source of confusion for me. So okay, let's get a launch bay going, and then we'll call this quits, because I have found out all I need to know from this beta, which is namely that I want to play this game. Alright, so I could get more skills, but it looks like I don't have enough of these space bucks. Alright, so let's go to battle. I imagine it's going to cost more to deploy that cruiser as well. Oh, and let's see if the new mission types have unlocked now. Let's see if I can choose them, or game settings. Do I pick this? Or is it thrust on me? I'm not sure, but notice this is a new mission. Breakthrough involves a blockade in a part of space. So am I trying to break through? I'm the attacker, I presume, so I assume I'm trying to break through. So I like the interesting implications then this has for instance, speed versus firepower or stealth. Alright, we definitely want this cruiser with our remaining 151. Let's take the guy who's level 2, and with our remaining 46, there we go, let's do that. What are these buttons? I don't want to click that. That looks like it would exit something. This looks like, oh, it does nothing when I click on it. Alright, here we go. Okay, so this has a, not a dorsal fin. What do you call a fin on your tummy instead of your back? This seems to have one of those fins. Oh, a keel. That's the name of a fin on your tummy. Destroy the platforms and get through. That looks like a space orc structure. Or maybe it is the Chaos Humans. Yeah, I think that was Chaos Humans. Alright, let's deploy this ship. Oh, and we're seeing here on the map. Alright, target, target. So I just need to blow those two things up and run off. Fair enough. My initial inclination was to wonder which side of the map do I run off from, but this being space, I assume I just space warp out of there. Oh, here's a mine. Let's see, does that show up? Yeah, so let's toggle that. So a mine does basically it looks like just don't fly through it. Alright, that was kind of the impression I got. I didn't play. Oh, wait, and watch me now fly through it. You guys go around this way. Alright, so how would I launch his space? Oh, look at that. Oh, this looks like Imperium Fighter Squadron. Or assault boats. It looks like they land troops, okay. Or Bomber Squadron. I think that's the one I'll be taking. Alright. Oh, dudes. I didn't know there were going to be dudes, too. Let's launch bombers. Alright, I'm going to slow this down, because like, well, I didn't know they had fighters and whatnot in the Warhammer universe, but that's pretty cool. And I think once again I've wasted a good attack. Although we're replenished. Look at this. There's no reason to save them. I was going to say I wasted a good attack on a small ship, but... what are you guys doing? You dropping bombs or something? Or are you just... That looked like some bomb droppage, I believe. There was some damage going on there at any rate. You know what? Let's just go up here. These guys, this little piddly fellow, what is he? A destroyer. Oh, how cute. It's called the Iconoclast. And he has 9 light macro turrets. I'm not impressed. Here's where torpedoes would be hugely helpful, because that thing isn't going anywhere. Oh, the torpedoes spread. Maybe I should have waited to get closer, but let's see again. Alright, let's see how much damage they did. So he's got 200 hit points and 190, well, basically 200 shields. It looks like maybe 2 of them hit him. Maybe it's the sort of... Oh, no, I did a fair amount of damage. It looks like they went through the shields and just directly damaged. Hull integrity. How come he's regenerating his hull integrity? Oh, repairs. This right here, everybody has emergency repairs they can do. I say everybody. All of my ships have had it, so I'm assuming whatever that space station is, it also has it. Alright, we'll finish. Here's another fella over here, and another fella here. Now you'll note, so these contacts, I can see what ship this is. He appears here. These contacts don't appear on this little target box. Because of course I couldn't target them if I wanted to. There's a, it looks like something from the movie Interstellar. And I say that approvingly. Let's launch some let's launch bombers. Oh well, yeah, let's launch bombers. Oh no, let's launch bombers at this one. I feel like these are little too. They don't seem to be hitting very hard, in that they're destroyers. There we go. That looks like a no. That's a cruiser. Well, at any rate, so I've probably done. Oh, and there's another light cruiser. Yeah, so I've probably done the wrong thing to just charge at these. So at any rate, there is Battlefleet Gothic Armada. Ooh, what kind of ability was that? What did he just do? That was his auger disruptor. Okay, suppresses the detection range. So this guy, I assume, has been disrupted. Does that show anywhere? Maybe that's what this crackly effect is. If I was a game designer, I'd also put an icon under there to represent that he's been auger disrupted, or whatever that is. Alright, so there we go. Battlefleet Gothic Armada, due out on March something or other. Now maybe I should... Did I lose a ship? I lost a ship. You know what? Let's find out what happens when you lose a ship. Alright, let's try to now bail. Where's the warp? Here's warp jump. Where's the other dude? I don't care if he warp jumps. You know what? He can't even warp jump because he replaces for free, I think. There. Well, I presume I win because all I had to do is destroy those targets and beat feet, right? Defeated? Excuse me? I thought I killed the targets I was supposed to kill. Okay, well, look here. So I got defeated. For whatever reason, I probably had an objective that I had to meet that I wasn't paying attention to. And look here. I earned renown anyway. I always appreciate that. What happened here? Ship destroyed, crew in replacement. Alright, fair enough. Let's just take a look real quick at what sort of penalty that levied against me. Probably, if I was a game designer, I'd just say no experience from that battle. So I've got my crew point, which I think I had before and neglected to spend. Crew in replacement. The ship won't benefit from your crew, and no experience will be earned. Okay, fair enough. And what does this mean? The skull. Oh, he's destroyed. 2 turns remaining. So I'm wondering if that's what the lost in warp means. That is mitigated by navigators. Who knows? So there you go. Battlefleet Gothic Armada, due out March something or other, not announced yet. From Tindalos Interactive is the developer. Or Tindalos is the developer. Focus Home Interactive is the publisher. And I, for one, am looking forward to its release later this month.